Hello everyone, it's Kay here and I'm here with the final expected entry into my challenge, and it's from the very lovely Olivia Hernandez, who lives over there in America. I've known Olivia for some time and I watch her channel a lot more often than perhaps she would realise. I don't always comment, there isn't always time. But if you need to have a fix of beautiful, then that is the place to go. Olivia does the most incredible work. Another very talented lady who loves to work in lace and material. We first got talking when Olivia lost her beloved pet, and I just was heart sore for her because well, I am a pet owner, but it isn't until you actually lose a pet that you understand how absolutely awful it is, especially if you treat your pet like a member of the family, and clearly Olivia did. She has been over to the UK and met up with another YouTube lady, Lynn Bonds 2, and Lynn took some glorious photographs of Olivia and her husband over in the UK, but it was a lot further away from my part of the world, as is often the case. It's usually London and upwards that people from overseas come to visit, and they do miss a very beautiful, do a little bit of advertising for Somerset and Devon and Cornwall, they do miss a very beautiful part of our country. However, all of that said, I've got Olivia's parcel. Thank you so much, Olivia. I do so appreciate the fact that you've taken the time to enter into my challenge. I've just taken a little bit of the edge of the envelope away, and then I'm going to pull out the contents. Oh, very carefully if I can. Oh dear, might have to just be a little bit more brutal. I think that's better. Now it's moving. Oh, there we are. So now this is Olivia, and her work is absolutely stunning. The envelope is just the very beginning, can't you see? It's a beautiful paper sample. There's print. I don't know what paper pad it's from, and then there's this glorious band of net with little tiny pearls stitched into it, some glorious sequins, almost like a wedding trim, and then Olivia's made a feature in the centre here of a doily, and then this really pretty ric-rac that's also got, if I bring it up to the camera, that tiny little curl of pink, and I do believe it's a thread that's been stitched through, and it may even be, looking at it closely, that it's been hand stitched, but I wouldn't know for sure. And then that beautiful image, I think it might be Marie Antoinette, but I'm not entirely sure, but it is a very pretty period portrait. And then there's this lovely little dangle of I would think an applique or some such, that's just been added to the front to give that overall badge effect of the central picture there. And then on the back, it's a little bit rumpled because it's come a long way, is a lovely seal to the back of the envelope with a beautiful ribbon rose flower in the centre. Well, it's not a rose, but it is a beautiful flower, and a little flat back pearl, or a little pearl right in the centre there. So I want to try and open the envelope without doing too much. Oh, it's not to be, is it? I tell you what I'll do, I really don't want to spoil that little embellishment that's keeping the envelope closed. So I think what I'll do is just try and snip across here gently so as not to spoil the overall effect of that closure, because it really is very lovely. Okay, and then we turn it up the right way, and I'm going to pull out. Oh, lovely. There's the card, beautiful. And I haven't done too much damage, Olivia, just, well, once it's put down again, it's not too bad. And then it says, ooh, Soleil Macaron. Ooh, bon journée. There we are, and my name on the front. So we'll open that. It's a lovely bit of washi tape, very fashionable and very, very chic, which I'll put onto the leg of my tripod for the moment. And we go inside, oh I say, and we have a patisserie of beautiful, beautiful cakes dating back to 1836, and it's a dessert, Michel Design Works desserts notes cards. How very, very lovely, just look at that. And these are period desserts, needless to say. It's nothing like, well, you might find some of it in the shops these days, but beautifully presented there. Thank you. And you're, oh, thank you, Olivia. Yes, we're doing very well, thank you. I hope you are too. You certainly look well in the photographs of your wedding anniversary and so on. Lovely. Yes, we're fine. Thank you, my darling. Very, very good indeed. And then I'm going to just open up the ATCs, which are wrapped in dessert wrapping paper as well. Oh my gosh, look at those donuts. Really, don't they just look fabulous, ready to eat. Hundreds of thousands and icing, and oh my word, just too delicious. Too delicious, Olivia. Thank you, that is huge fun. And we have Marie the First. Oh, it's in Olivia Hennard. Hernand. No. I thought it was Hernandez. Maybe I'm not reading it very well. But the title is Marie the First. And I don't... Oh, here's the first one. Oh, gosh. Oh, my word, it's all fabric and bead. Oh, Olivia. Oh, my gosh. Oh, they're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, so much time has gone into these, I can tell you. Oh my word. Okay, I'm going to turn those two over. This is the first one. And I do believe it is still a themed from a given period in history. But the frame here is made up of the most delicious little seed beads. I don't know whether Olivia has stuck them down or stitched part of them. But how effective is that? Flat back pearls. They've got this lovely squidgy padded feel to them. Then you have the image with the tiny flowers in the hairpiece. A little bit of very, very delicate lace just on the bottom there, which is just about visible. And then some more tiny little flowers that I guess are acrylic, but I'm not quite sure. And then again a tiny little flower there with a ribbon either side to make a bow. How delightful is that? And then there's a braided trim here leading on down into the focal image, which is really, really gorgeous. There's the back of the ATC. I do like to show these because they're as varied as the ATCs themselves. Thank you so much, Olivia. Love it. That's two very dated themed entries that I've received, and it really is lovely. You can see the thought that's gone into putting them together. This is the second, which is a tad darker, but again it's the period, and Olivia's used some gold glitter just to brighten it up a little bit. A flower on the hairpiece of the lady. I think it might be 2 ladies there actually. I'm not entirely sure. And then this lovely glittery bling going all around with the corner focal details, which are really very, very lovely. More of the seed beads from the first ATC, so the theme is continuing through. Some flat back, oh no they're not, they're pearl beads. The tiny little ribbon with some tiny, tiny little seed beads there. And then another decorative corner. Really lovely. Gosh, yes. Thank you, Olivia. Another wonderful, wonderful entry that will sit so beautifully well in my folder that I've put together. And here is the 3rd of the ATC. Again, I do believe it's Marie Antoinette. And she's surrounded by all this lovely bling and flat back pearls. Again, very ornate as the period requires. Then there's this lovely rickrack again on top of a blue braid, which gives it such a fullness that could almost be the skirt of the dress, because the top part of the dress is clearly blue. And then there's this, Olivia's made a gorgeous neck flounce to go across the shoulders to marry up that dress. How lovely is that, with a tiny little flower on the choker there. Gorgeous, Olivia. Thank you so much for taking part. I really, really do appreciate it. It's so expensive these days to join in with anything, so to receive your entry is really a lovely, lovely thing. The fact that you've taken the time and put the effort into the ATCs is just wonderful, and I do thank you very, very much indeed. And that concludes all the entries from the ladies who undertook to join the challenge. I do hope you've enjoyed this journey with me. I have to say, for me personally, it's been an absolute delight receiving a really varied collection, which I can treasure now and take out at will and enjoy periodically and just take inspiration from. That's the best part of doing something like this. Just when you think you've got no thoughts in your head and you browse back through something that you've been sent by someone very special, can often trigger that creativity again and get you through a mojo-less period of time. So it's just such a lovely thing, and I can't tell you how thrilled I am that so many people supported my challenge, made the effort to send something, and I am truly very, very appreciative. So thank you again for taking the time to share this with me. Olivia's work, as you'll see, is wonderful. I will leave a link to Olivia's channel underneath the video. If you don't know Olivia, do go along and say hello. You will not be disappointed. This is another lady that's very active on YouTube, very supportive of people, and just a wonderful, wonderful crafter. Take care, everyone. Happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.